This is question 7, still relatively easy. What important variable was controlled in experiment 1? Now I will go only to experiment 1. Then I'll read it. Reading experiment 1, we are told that 3 purebred strains of Drosophila are used. We already knew that from experiment 2 what they are: wild type, white eye, and yellow body. Again, in experiment 1, I notice it's the same number of fertilized eggs of each strain are placed, and this time they are placed separately into standard culture bottles. So this is no competition. "42 of the wild type survived, 36 of the white-eyed, and yellow 25. Basically 50% of the yellow body survived. The white eyes did a little bit better, and of course the wild type appears to do the best. So what is the important variable that was controlled? Now I want to do a little bit more analysis here, even though it is question 7. The analysis is this. When you do an experiment, you are really looking at a dependent variable. This is the dependent variable on the y-axis, and on the x-axis you have the independent variable. There. So we have to identify what our dependent and independent variables are. Now the dependent variables are how many survived, survivability, and the independent variable would be the strains. The question is, what important variable was controlled? Either one of the two. Availability of food is not a variable. Survivability of each strain in the absence of competition is the best. Not the number of eggs. Oops, that should be crossed out. Not the number of eggs, and certainly not transformation of larva to pupa. Now I want to talk about A. This is actually a control that is fixed. If anything, that will be the first one to go. This is a control that is fixed, isn't it? In my last video, I talked about all the information is given in the question. Let's move on to the next one.